I remember the day like it was carved into my soul. Sharp, unforgiving, etched in the deepest parts of me. My best friend, the person I trusted with every secret, every fear, turned around and shattered that trust with one reckless act. She shared my deepest struggles, my scars, my failures with the world. Not just with whispers behind closed doors, but on social media, turning my pain into a spectacle for amusement. The comments came like daggers, relentless and cruel. She's a disgrace, weak, never going to make it. I was humiliated, broken into pieces on display for everyone to gawk at. The betrayal cut deeper than I ever thought possible. My trust, my innocence was shattered by someone I once called sister. I felt the weight of shame crush my chest, and in that moment, I could have fallen apart completely. But something in me refused to surrender to that despair. Instead, I made a choice. I would leave the darkness behind and forge my own path, no matter how long the shadows persisted. So I walked away from that wreckage and began the long, arduous climb out of my hole. I poured every ounce of pain into my work, into my stories, my voice. The journey was brutal. Nights filled with tears, days consumed by doubt. But I kept going. I used that mockery as fuel. I turned my scars into stories that resonated with others, stories that made them feel seen, understood, and empowered. Years later, I returned, no longer the broken girl they mocked, but a woman standing tall, victorious. My memoir, born from the fire of my suffering, soared to the top of the charts. It became a movement, a rallying cry for anyone who had ever been betrayed, humiliated, or cast aside. My words, my truth, ignited a fire in others, sparking change, inspiring resilience. And she, my former friend, she faded into obscurity, her name barely whispered anymore, overshadowed by the empire I built. Her laughter and mockery now echo as a faint memory, an echo of what once was, swallowed by my rising voice. The moment I faced the crowd, those who doubted me, who called me a failure, I felt a quiet, unstoppable power surge through me. I looked into their eyes, not with anger, but with a fierce, gentle conviction. I spoke not to condemn, but to affirm that pain does not define us. It refines us. That betrayal, humiliation, and mockery were merely the prologue to my story, one of resilience, rebirth, and undeniable triumph. This is my revenge, not a petty act of vengeance, but the quiet, relentless rise that turns wounds into wings. I am proof that even the deepest scars can be transformed into a shining testament of strength. I am unstoppable now, not because I never fell, but because I refused to stay down. I became the story I once thought was impossible. And in that transformation, I found my true power.